Hi guys, it's me in my room. Whoa! You might be wondering, whoa, why is the quality like so different than the other videos? Well, I don't have my laptop no more, so we're stuck like this. I'm talking to you guys like this. Whoa! I can move the camera around. You're on my bed right now, but I can move the camera right now. Ooh. Ignore how it's not made right now, but sorry, I thought someone was calling me right now. Where do I put you guys? Should I just place you right here? Let me fix my hair. Ooh, let me fix my hair. Ooh. Okay. It's been how many months? Like 3 months since I posted last time. It's pretty crazy. 3 freaking months, bro. My excuse is that I was actually sorry, I'm like hearing stuff in my background. I was busy. I was gonna do it. I was gonna do the video last week, but I was at a retreat, whatever things. Was I at a retreat? Yeah, I was. I was doing retreat leadership stuff, and then I got like a bunch of like college app stuffs and all that. And basically, like, it's just been a lot of stuff has been pushed back. But now I'm here, and I want to talk about this freaking book. Oh my god. Okay, background story. I had to pick an author for this AP Literature class author study. Oh my god, hold on. So, I had to, well, my nose, hopefully not red. I hope you guys can't see that. I had to choose an author for my AP Literature, and I chose Ruth Ozeki, All Over Creation. Basically, synopsis is that it's a girl who ran away from home, and because she had an abortion, and then she ran away from home from her family, who's like a bunch of farmers and stuff, and they're really like, they're like top tier farmers, whatever. They like have a seed business and all that, and she has to come back because her father had his fourth heart attack, and he's like they predict he's gonna die soon, and that's basically the gist of it. And it like really reflects, oh shit, let me put you guys down so I can get some water. But they really do stuff about environmental activism and stuff, and it's agribusiness versus agriculture. So basically, if you don't know, agribusiness is when big corporations and stuff want to like mass produce what's it called, produce produce like vegetables, like things you eat and stuff organically. And it's like a very intense argument against genetically modified food, which is one of the, can I open this shit? Yo. Oh, which is one of the hot topics that I'm interested in right now. And it's such a good book. And I think one of my favorite quotes was when they were talking about the nature of a plant and stuff, and just like the beauty of the coexistence between humans and nature, and like seeds and all that, and they're using seeds and all these metaphors and stuff. I'm like, okay, one of the quotes, where is it? Right here. He said, when you plant the pea, it's like downloading software. The pea is unstuffed and decompresses into a complex set of instructions powered by the sun. This program allows the plant to create its own food, which makes it grow. And then the whole thing they go on about is that how plants and all that have their own kind of language that's alien to us. And it's the beauty of it. It's like a poem that we're not able to read, but we can only understand it and like see how it's like affecting us in like a cultural sense, and how through genetic modification it's like putting alien words into that poem and stuff, and how we're just like basically monkeys on a typewriter forcing our alien language into the plants poem and stuff and messing up the rhythm and all that. It's such a good book. I would rate it an 8 out of 10. No, 7 out of 10 though, because there are some scenes where it's very questionable. It's very what's the word, raunchy and stuff. And like, okay, like did I give a gaff about those types of scenes in books? It's no. I'm not like obsessing over it. I'm not that weird, okay, guys? But I'm not obsessing over it. Was it weird because all of the scenes that had that were really detailed, especially the ones that were between like barely 18-year-olds. Very, very, very weird. I skipped over all of those scenes. Cause I'm not trying to read that, bro. I'm not a freaking weirdo. But everything else was very well done. Especially spoilers, guys. The dad dies in hospice, and it was really sad because it kind of like reminded me of some people and stuff. But it was really sad how like the dad died like while the mom and dad were sleeping, and they were like, oh, it was like he was waiting for us to fall asleep so he could pass on, like he could sleep forever while we were sleeping and stuff. And it was really nice. It's such a good book. If you guys are into like botany and like environmental activism and stuff like that, I would really recommend it. Really, I love it. It's very comedic too. It switches in between like perspectives. It's like very, very clashing perspectives inside this book because it's pretty political, but such a good book. I finished it like a week ago. No, last Wednesday I finished it, I think. I hope. I don't know. No, last Tuesday it was. But yeah. It was just, yeah. I don't know what else to say. I think I'll end the video right here. Did I say everything about this book that I wanted to say? Oh, let's rate it. Storyline. Like, okay, storyline, I would rate it 8 out of 10 because there's a lot of settings and stuff and different characters that are being built up, and then during like middle to end they all intersect, which I really like that style of writing, how like you get different characters in different areas that build their story and then it comes together with one big story. I really love that. Characters, 10 out of 10. I really like this guy named Geek, who was the one who said that quote that I showed you guys. He's very like sophisticated in like agriculture and like computer science and all that. He's super cool. I do not like the protagonist though. The protagonist for me is pretty what's the word? Like not understandable. Like you can't really root for the protagonist in this book because she doesn't really have any development to her character. Like she's such a static character that you can physically see how she didn't change beginning to end. Like she doesn't change her relationship with her children nor her dad's, and she barely makes an effort to like better herself, or worse, she regresses back to her old ways and stuff and like has the habit of blaming other people for that. And I'm like, you're a 35-year-old woman and you're saying all this stuff and you're like you're acting less mature than your 14-year-old son and stuff. And I'm like, God, bro, like, oh, that's the word. Pretty, insufferable, and entitled. That's what the protagonist is. But side characters, freaking 10 out of 10, dude. Like, I fucking love all these side characters in there. They have layers to them, which I hoped were like more delved into, but it wasn't, because I don't know. But yeah, I have to read another book from this author, and I hope that goes well. I kind of like their writing style, but just like the main character, I feel like could have been more something. Or maybe that's the point of like the main character or whatever. Like, I'm missing something about her or whatever that I have to analyze more about the book. So, okay, that's about it that I was supposed to tell you guys. It's a pretty old, not a pretty old book actually. It's like 20. When did this shit came out? Does not say. I'm like thinking 2020 around or something, because they do have modern references in this book. But yeah, go read it. Again, it's Ruth Ozeki, All Over Creation. Post for the thumbnail. And yeah, okay. See you guys. Ooh, 11 minutes. Let's go.